This is how you do it. A good Star Trek movie. Leonard Nimoy, Nicholas Meyer, everyone did a good job. Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan is the second Star Trek movie and is directed by Nicholas Meyer and is based on the Star Trek series created by Gene Roddenberry. And the plot is this. As Admiral James T. Kirk and Captain Spock monitor trainees at Starfleet Academy, another vessel from the United Federation of Planets is about to try out the planet creating Genesis device in a seemingly deserted portion of space. In the process, two of Kirk's officers are captured by Khan Noonien Singh, an enemy Kirk thought he'd never see again, and once more Kirk takes the Enterprise's helm where he meets Khan's ship in the intergalactic showdown. Now, this is the second Star Trek movie. It came out in 1982, and it's a sequel to Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and I really like this one. I enjoy this one more than I do the first one, because I can see what people mean about the first one. It's boring, it's slow, and some people even call that one the slow-mo picture. But not to worry. This one was really enjoyable. I really liked it. And I saw it on TV last year. I've watched all the Star Trek movies now. So I'm a big Star Trekkie fan. And yes, the acting is great. You have good acting once in this movie. The acting in the first film was decent, but it wasn't terrible. William Shatner is great. I like him. Leonard Nimoy is awesome as Spock. We will get into what happens to him. You also have Ricardo Montalban, the late Ricardo Montalban, who appeared in the TV series episode Space Seed as Khan. He comes back in here as Khan. And Ricardo Montalban is great. I loved him as the grandpa in the original Spy Kids trilogy. I'm not counting Spy Kids All Time in the World because he wasn't in that one. And so yeah, the action is more good, and this movie has an $11.2 million budget, and critics responded quite positive to the film, and a lot of people say this is their favorites. That's cool. Bryan Singer cited this as an influence on X-Men 2 and his abandoned sequel Superman Returns. This is also a favor of J.J. Abrams, Damon Lindelof, and the two scriptwriters behind Star Trek 1, Star Trek in Darkness, MI3, and the first two Transformers films. The pacing is much more better. You have good action. This was everything the first movie should have been. I do agree with JW Universe. The character and the interaction is very strong. The action is very strong. The music by James Horner is very awesome too, and it has good. And the special effects this time around is even more great. At the end of this movie, yes, Spock dies. And that is a very sad part of the movie. And he dies of radiation poisoning, and they share a meaningful exchange in which Spock tells him not to grieve, as his decision to sacrifice his own life to save those of the ship's crew is a logical one before he dies. Then they bury him, and then he is shot into orbit around the new planet once he is laid to rest. And yeah, that's the big spoiler. And this film concludes with the death of Spock and begins a story arc that continues with the next one and ends with the voyage home. So I'm giving Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan an epic-tastic. Nope, rainbow seal of approval. That's what it gets. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Star Trek 2, and see you in Star Trek 3. And you guys, this is my 100th video, so send me some congratulations comments. I'll see you. Bye.